When the Constitution came to Virginia to be approved by us, at one point I spoke 5.5 hours without stopping, and I am prepared to do that now. But I have condensed it somewhat. Here. You tell me if the concerns that I had have any fruition, and I'm going to get to the Second Amendment at the end of this. But when I stood up in the Virginia legislature, I said, this document, the Constitution, I look upon with horror. It squints towards a monarchy. Your president, if he be a man of ambition, he may seize the first auspicious moment to accomplish his hidden design, and who will stop him? He has the power of the sword in one hand, and the power of the purse in the other, and what free nation has long endured when its leader had the power of the purse in one hand and the power of the sword in the other? What resistance would you have against him? Your arms with which you can defend yourselves are in Congress, who may or may not decide to arm you. So away with your president, you shall have a king.
We got one.
We got one.
As I said, see how this applies to today?
Yeah, like the Queen.
And your Senate is so imperfectly structured that a minority can overrule a majority? And they can they can put in treaties which are injurious to your health and not be held accountable. But then we are told we should not worry because those whom we elect to public office would never do anything, not in our best interest. Under this new set of legislature, you are going to have two sets of tax gatherers. If, under the watchful eye of our current state legislature, your legislatures commit these barbarous acts and suck out your money with commissions and fees, how are you going to keep your eyes on another set of tax gatherers in Philadelphia? Armed with this legislature, they will come into your homes, measure and meet and tax out your substance. And where in this new document is your check against the judiciary? If you do not put a check on your judiciary, I predict you will one day live under judicial tyranny.
Fulfilled, check.
But my biggest concern is your right to defend yourselves. I predict if this document is passed, there will not be one musket left in the state of Virginia. Because again, the arms are in Congress. What free nation has long endured when its citizenry did not have the right to bear arms? You read of a riot act in a country that is considered one of the freest in the world, where citizens fear to gather in large numbers of shot by a hired soldiery. I fear we may one day see that act in America. And I said that in 1781. Now, I have about 100 quotes from the Founding Fathers about the right to bear arms. I'm just going to share a few. I once said, "Is the great object that all men be armed?" Sam Adams, the father of the American Revolution, said, "The Constitution should never be construed to prevent the people of the United States from bearing arms."
Amen. Woo!